Hey Unorthodoxes, it's your girl D Brady, and today we are talking about how I was able to gain 10K followers on TikTok in about a month or less than a month. And we're also going to talk about the new trend that I see for influencers coming up that will help them market towards their viewers and gain more. So stay tuned, but also go ahead and click that subscribe buttons for more fun marketing and branding content. I am breaking down artists, I'm breaking down their campaigns, not only artist campaigns, but also just like branding companies rolling out campaigns. Also experimenting and doing other marketing gurus challenges, and also vlogging my lifestyle as an entrepreneur. So go ahead and click that subscribe button and let's get right into this video. Okay. Okay, so for this video, I have my notes, okay? Because it's a lot. Well, not really a lot, but you get the picture. Anyways, here are 3 things as to what I believe got me to 10K plus followers in about a month or less than a month, okay? Let's get to it. Number 1, storytelling. So, as a marketing and branding strategist who also does PR, storytelling is one of the main things that I have to do. And that is whether I am creating a story for you in order to attract more consumers or whatever your goal is, or I am taking the story that you gave me and making it bigger and come to life. Okay? So, as y'all know, if you watched the first the first entrepreneur vlog that I posted, if you haven't watched it, go ahead and tune in. But anyways, I spoke on the beginning of my videos that I did on TikTok, and I love music. I love analyzing artists and their brands. I did that when I worked at a record label in order to understand my artists and their competitors and what they are doing from what they're not doing, and taking their authentic brands and molding it into something that could be bigger, even though setting the foundation for them or whatever like that, so that they can become successful, right, in the future. So how I thought about it was, why not go on TikTok and share how I analyze these artist brands, and I call it the artist brand breakdown. And lo and behold, I did Chloe and Halle's, and it's blew up. It grew a lot of traction, which, even though people who have watched and who has grown with Chloe and Halle may have already like known their story, they still sat down and really wanted to watch to see if they will learn anything new, and they just love to watch the story come to life, right? And also they want to go ahead and put their 2 cents in and comment on what they knew and stuff like that, because that's their favorite artist. TikTok is a platform where you're learning new dances or new hacks. It's just very educational, but in a fun, cool way, because people have these different effects and those different things of that nature. So storytelling is really quick and easy to do, and it intrigues them really fast. So yeah, especially if you're talking about their favorite artists, of course they're going to be tuned in. Number 2, authenticity. So this kind of ties into storytelling as well, but marketing and branding can come off, depending on what field you're in and how you're saying it. It can come off as maybe boring or confusing, right? So many people may be like, oh, I'm not interested in that. Or they'll be like, it's too difficult to understand, or whatever, or what the fuck do you do? Whatever. But think of it as like math. Some people do not like math. I'm one of those people who did not like math growing up in school, and I'm obviously on the more creative side. So the way how my train of thought is like, if Johnny has 8 red apples and Sam has 5 red apples, how many apples do they have altogether? So boring. Like, okay, it's easy, but it's very boring. Whereas me, my train of thought is automatically going like, if Cardi B has 8 red coats and Little Kim has 5 multicolored boots, how many, like, That's how I'm thinking of it to make it more fun. But that's how I interpret it. And that's me authentically giving it to you the way how I want to give it to you. You see what I'm saying? So many people, for me, when I see like marketing gurus or these like marketing girl bosses and stuff like that, a lot of them have clean aesthetics, very organized. It's giving very much so. I used to have gel pens back in school and color coded my notes. And I really thrive to be that organized and give that type of content because that clearly is what works, and that's a trend that attracts other people to trust them as business people. But for me, I'm more of like very much so kind of tomboyish, but also really love dope and fun things and out of the box creative situations. So I want to give it up in a different way. I don't want to be pink and white and gold and those type of things. I don't want to point at videos and reels and TikToks on things that what you should do or what you shouldn't do for marketing, because that's very just somebody else's, right? But for me, how I would do a marketing or branding content is breaking down an artist's brand, because that's how I would understand it, and telling you the story of how their brand has developed them into being a household name that can help you as a brand growing or a consumer or whatever understand what you maybe can do to do the same, to be a household name. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I would do it. But that's authentic. When you are creating content, you're gonna have multiple trends, right? That you are going to do. And I would recommend you doing these trends, but in your own way to make it you. There are many of other people who are storytelling on TikTok. There's many other people who are storytelling on YouTube and Instagram and those type of things, but who's doing it in your voice? Who's doing it with your personality, your attitude, your look? Nobody, ma. So that's authentic and that's attracting people. And last but not least, number 3, consistency. And we hear this a lot, but TikTok, they want a damn video every day. Like, I kid you not, when I posted part 1, I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna have part 2 and part 3 in the cut, you know, build up the engagement because I asked them to like and comment. And literally in a matter of hours or a few minutes or so, they'd be like, you posted like an hour ago, where's part 2? I'm like, ah. So I would have like part 2 and 3 of a video in the tuck in the draft just to keep going. So I would recommend you guys to just batch content and have it all in the tuck in your drafts. And you can go ahead and just have them out, have them out as much as possible, because once you keep on giving them consistent content, you're more likely to obviously be on their For You page and attract your niche audience. So it just makes sense that way, and it's more fun. And plus TikTok, you could do like 3 minutes now. So 3 quick minutes or so, you know, give them a little give it up. It's nothing. It's nothing. Now, because of this, of course, my algorithm is going to attract people who are doing maybe possibly the same thing, but in their respective lanes. Like, I've seen someone do crime stories, but her personality attracted me so much. Like, I followed her. I'm gonna link her TikTok in the description below, or maybe on my on the screen here. I'll probably screen record her page, but she's super dope. But yeah, I recently saw that Jackie Aina has just posted today a video of her doing the history of 90s makeup. And it's in her niche, it's in her perspective lane, but this is something totally different from her, right? Usually she does like the makeup not the makeup TikToks, the makeup chit chats, the get ready with me chit chats. showing you how to do different makeups or doing brand reviews and those type of things. And she also shows like her luxury life also on Instagram with her perfumes and those things of that nature, y'all. So totally different, right? And we also seen Aaliyah J. She's now more getting showing more of her fashion side, and she also did the fashion histories of like Gucci and those type of brands, and I love that content as well. For me, I feel like influencers are now going into going back to doing the work and doing the research and going into more of storytelling because it attracts more viewers and very much so confirms to their fan bases that they know what the fuck they're doing and they're passionate about what they're doing as well. Think of it like unsung or behind the music, right? So it's good storytelling, but oddly enough, during this time in the internet of everybody's on it every day, people just seems lazier. So for those who are passionate about what they do and don't mind doing the research of what they want to do in their own flavor, like how Jackie Aina and Aaliyah J are doing, it's no brainer that it's going to be great content. I foresee this happening for more content creators within their respective lanes. I mean, how many times can you do mukbangs and different chit chat, get ready with me's or clickbait pranks? You know what I'm saying? Until you stop doing that. I feel like great creators and great strategists know how to pivot. I mean, for influencers, we came to you in the first place to learn. You've taught me how to do something or influenced me to do something. So, why not pivot your creation into storytelling? Hello. And researching for these breakdowns and these history videos, it takes time. And for viewers, they're going to bombard you with a bunch of comments that may be like, oh no, that's not right, or whatever, because they're going to go back and maybe want to research you to make sure you are even right. But they're going to come back regardless because they love a good story, period. And I mean, who doesn't love a good story from the person that they like because it's in your own voice? It's like when you were a little kid and your parents told you a story time. You only wanted that certain parent or both your parents to tell you a bedtime story because you loved who it was coming from. Now, for influencers, like I said, with their perspective lanes and their niche, like Jackie Aina and Aaliyah J, I keep using them for examples because I love their content. But this actually helps their brand and their creativity and their content even more. And not saying that they even need it, but it helps because, like I said before, it makes their fan base or their viewership trust them more because they've done the research and they know what they're talking about. And maybe down the line, I can see even more brand partnerships and sponsorships from people doing this because it's like, girl, let's say I'm the company and the company's like, girl, you took the time to research the history of me and you doing promo for the free, and I see you getting the comments and stuff like that, they're gonna want to go ahead and sponsor you or give you a brand partnership, period. Things changed during the pandemic. People, we want the truth. We want authentic, okay? We want to trust something. So far, a lot of my comments on TikTok is like, this is such a breath of fresh air. You're humble. I love your content because even though they probably have seen this type of content before, they haven't seen it from me in the way that I'm giving it, okay? The thing with many YouTubers that I mentioned before is they're gonna have many trends. They're gonna have mukbangs. They're gonna have chit chat, get ready with me. They're gonna have pranks, those type of things that are gonna come up. But how are you doing it in the way that you can show your viewers in a new type of way to attract them and make them feel like this is a breath of fresh air? I've seen this before, but this is totally you. This is so fitting. This is authentic. This is not something out of the box. Like, there's a difference between authentically out of the box and authentically forcing it. Okay, we know that you are not trying to do a mukbang while riding a bike and talking to me about stuff. Like, that's not you. Like, at the same time, like, that's crazy, right? But if you are doing a mukbang, but you're eating something totally out of the left field, and maybe you're doing it in a car with a celebrity or something like that nature, you know what I'm saying? Like, it fits you and with the topic you're talking about as well. I also love in Jackie Aina's video that she credited the YouTuber who has a smaller platform than her. She credited the YouTuber who she got the idea from. So for my smaller content creators, I don't want you to get discouraged when you see a bigger content creator do something that you may have been doing for a long time or whatever like that. Keep doing it, okay? There are content creators, obviously, like Jackie Aina, who will credit you, or you know what I'm saying? But even if there isn't, no one is gonna give it up like you, like I said before. So continue to create your content and continue to pivot your content and consistently giving it to your own fan base. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe, like this video, share it, comment, all that good stuff, all that good stuff. You can also follow me on Instagram at _D_Brady. And you can also follow my TikTok. All the links is actually in the description box below, okay? And if you want more videos like this, like I said, go ahead and subscribe. It's your girl D Brady, and I'm out.